Okay.
And we're streaming again, folks.
Hey guys, sorry about that. I had some internet issues there.
Internet shit the bed. Sorry.
It happens.
It happens.
Now let me see if I'm... friends only.
Alright, well, while you were handling that, Garrett, I'm gonna go to the story I've had queued up since we lost connection there.
But at least we lost it at a good time,
Yeah.
not in the middle of a story.
Yep.
So, but we're back. Sorry about that, guys, but we'll continue.
Okay. So this one's, am I the asshole for putting a stop to my 12-year-old daughter's period party?
Mm-hmm.
The title alone just
period
gives
party?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
a new thing.
I get that some cultures celebrate a woman or a girl becoming a woman, like a quinceañera.
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 You have to say it right.
Alright, try joining me again, Dad.
Alright, let's try this. Okay.
You're not on.
Stop to my 12-year-old. Yeah, okay.
Alright, hang on a second. Let me...
Oh, I know what's wrong. Hang on.
Wait, hold up, Erica. I am not seeing the live.
It's
here.
not swapping.
Oh, there we go. Okay, go ahead, Erica.
Gotta restart my game.
Alright,
Sorry,
well, I'm gonna continue.
You go ahead and read your... I didn't restart my game.
Okay, it says, let me set the stage. My wife and I, 43 male, 42 female, have 2 daughters, 7 years apart. 19-year-old was at college in a different state when this happened. Girls are very different. A 19-year-old is outgoing, even extroverted, loves meeting new people, trying new things, etc. But the 12-year-old is shy, a homebody, finds things she's comfortable with, and she'll stick with them. In fairness, 19-year-old was kind of like this until she was about 16 or so, so maybe it's genetic, who knows. Anyways, a couple months ago, 12-year-old...
Crash. Viewers. All this skipped earlier, but then we lost internet.
Okay, back to blabbing, yes?
Yes.
Yep, sweet. Okay, I'm gonna restart that right
Yes.
A couple months ago, the 12-year-old comes to me in my home office, and she's obviously upset. She's stammering a bit, and then she manages to tell me that she just got her first period. I play the supportive dad, comfort her, and get her a box of sanitary pads my wife had bought earlier in the year, guessing this was going to happen sooner or later, and go over the instructions with her. She goes into her bathroom, does what she has to do, thanks me for my help. I got her some ice cream and Midol and told her that there was nothing to be embarrassed about, and she could always come to me for anything. That's a good dad.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, here it
Right on.
Here it comes. I read a little bit of this before we got started here, so I kind of know. Wife gets home later that day, and the 12-year-old tells her what happened. Wife starts crying, my little girl is growing up, etc. Then asks who should be invited to the period party, which I only knew of from listening to Bert Kreischer.
Kreischer.
I call him the
machine.
The machine.
If they were
a machine
thing when our 19-year-old started, she never asked for that. 12-year-old immediately closes off, says she doesn't want a PP. That's what it says on the thing. PP period party. Which, anyways, doesn't want anyone to know. Wife tries to talk to her some more about it, but 12-year-old ignores her and goes to her room. Wife tries to enlist my aid in changing her mind, but I tell her she said she didn't want one. Don't worry about it. And here we go. 2 days later, I get home from running errands, and before I can even make it to the stairs, 12-year-old runs up to me and asks if she can do her homework in my office. I'm confused, but say, sure, and she bolts right upstairs. At this point, I started suspecting something was going on, and walked into the living room to find that my wife had not only decorated it like it was something which wouldn't have looked out of place on my Super Sweet 16, but there was several family friends, all women, and a few I recognize as neighborhood mothers. I beckon my wife into the hall. She asks where the 12-year-old is, and I tell her she wanted to do her homework in my office. She rolls her eyes and starts to move past me, but I step in front of her. And this is how the conversation goes. Me. What are you doing? Going to get the 12-year-old. It's her party. She told you specifically she didn't want one of these. Oh, she didn't mean that. This is an important time for a girl. She needs to know not to be ashamed of her body. She's not. I already explained things to her. She just doesn't want to talk about it anymore. I don't expect you to understand. This is just for us women. She actually tried to push past me, but I stepped into the doorway and completely blocked her. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? You know how shy 12-year-old is. You knew she didn't want you doing something like this, and you did it anyway. I told you it's for her own good. We can't let her grow up with a negative attitude toward something so natural. And we're not. I told you, she knows what's going on. She's getting a handle on it. She just doesn't want to talk about it with anyone else for right now. Well, it wasn't your business to tell her about it anyway. You were at work. Was I supposed to ignore her for 4 hours until you got home? You could have called me. I would have come home. It still would have taken you an hour. She was upset. I knew what was going on. I talked her through it. You don't know anything about it. It's never happened to you. At this point, I gave up. Point to my wife. No, I've never had a period. But I had 3 older sisters and a live-in girlfriend before my wife and I met. Plus, we've been married almost 21 years. I'm pretty well versed. She, again, tries to move past me, but I won't move. And I say, no. Sorry, let me get my bearings again. No, a 12-year-old doesn't want this. I'm not letting you make her do it. Fine, have it your way, the wife says. She goes back to the living room and tells the other ladies that the period party is off because I'm being a jackass. I lose it. Follow her in and let the women know calmly, but in no uncertain terms, that I appreciate what they wanted to do, but my 12-year-old made it explicitly clear that she did not want this party, and my wife is trying to pressure her into it. Several of the moms frown at her. My wife starts to backpedal, talking about how she didn't think 12-year-old was being serious, but I ignore her and begin taking down the decorations. Everyone clears out shortly, and once the coast is clear, 12-year-old comes back downstairs. My wife gives her a half-assed, in my opinion, apology, again saying she didn't think 12-year-old was being serious. But 12-year-old also ignores her and just starts doing her homework in her usual place at the table. My wife was pissed at me for a whole week, claiming I undermined her authority as a parent. Apparently I'm not helping her force our daughter into doing something she didn't want to do, and made her look bad in front of the neighborhood moms by telling them she'd been doing this against her daughter's wishes. So, am I the asshole?
Yes. Oh wait, is the dad writing that? Oh, the dad.
No, the wife.
OP is definitely not the asshole.
The
No.
wife.
Is a crazy
The
person.
wife is the asshole. My apologies.
I think the wife is the asshole,
Wait,
not
what
the
the
dad.
y'all been married 21 years together too?
And if we're gonna go to the whole being a woman thing, you don't know, and blah blah blah. Okay, we got 2 women right here speaking on this podcast here.
Yeah, and
And
I was
we
raised
could
by
say
women.
that would be hella weird.
I'm coming.
Because I got
And
my
you did.
period at the same age, 12 years old. At no point did either of my parents think that was even remotely a good idea, or even thought that would come into their head. So it's very bizarre and strange. Sounds like the wife's been on the internet, and I don't.
It
I don't
sounds
know
like
what.
she was trying to showboat her daughter that just got.
Yeah,
Her
showboat
period.
it. It was some kind of thing. I think it was like
we're
for
part
her
of
in
the
some
country
kind
mom,
of bizarre
or
way.
the little country club moms.
So weird. That to me
Feels
that's
like
just
an
so
HOA
weird.
gathering.
you're right.
Yeah.
I mean,
What the?
this
Yeah.
sounded like a reason
God.
for the mom to throw a party. I
Well.
mean, now I do know that some girls want a period party. Okay,
Yeah,
the
but-
girl that's having the period.
but
Exactly.
but most girls I know are embarrassed. You know, it's the first time they got their period. They're shy about it. They don't know what to do. They don't.
You know, they're just bleeding all of a sudden, and it's natural.
but they're shy about it. They're embarrassed about it, and
It's a personal thing. I've always believed it to be a very personal thing, and it's not something that we want to make a big spectacle out of by any
No.
stretch of the imagination. I mean, if you did have, consenting parties in it, let's say, there's a 12-year-old and she's got her period and she wants to do that, great, fine, whatever. Weird, okay, but she's comfortable with it. But at no
Right.
point should you be forcing your child that's going through a pretty big developmental stage and becoming a woman and deciding that they need to parade that around for their own self-satisfaction. It's just not okay.
Exactly
yeah,
it.
and I agree with that wholeheartedly. I mean, especially something like that is
That's
so
so personal.
personal.
See, if I was the husband in this case, I would be like, have you lost your damn mind? That would be my first thing out of my mouth. And she's ignoring her kid in this whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, she knows that the kid doesn't want it. Oh, she wasn't being... I didn't think she was being serious. Really?
Oh, I'm glad.
That's an excuse.
I'm also glad the husband put her on blast in front of all her friends.
Right?
Because you're not blaming somebody else for you fucking up.
I agree, because that's
We're hella weird.
You're married. You're supposed to be working together.
Like, shouldn't even be surprised at this point with some of that.
That
weird
is
crap.
just crazy. Why would you take something so personal? I mean, think about it. At 12, your self-esteem is already in the crapper. And then to take something so personal, blast it in front of your family and friends. No thanks. I mean, that would just make it even worse.
Yeah, that would suck.
I just know. I don't think I'm glad he, like,
Yeah, stuck up
blasted
for his
the
daughter.
mom, and, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Trying to see if there's any other good ones in here.
And I want to know what kind of decorations you put out for a period party.
Well, she got a bucket of blood, okay?
It's a blow-up uterus.
You ever seen the movie
fallopian
Carrie?
tube,
That's what
the
I was
ovaries,
thinking, Garrett, the movie Carrie.
the ovaries.
Right, ovaries and uterus.
It's probably
Look
some.
at these plump ovaries I decorated for
Right.
you.
Oh
my
It's probably
12-year-old.
some HOA Karen's.
A uterus
nonsense like
dripping
that.
blood.
Like mortified immediately. I would have been absolutely mortified, and I already got bored of the "Am I the asshole" ones because they're kind of textbook. They don't really make you. I don't feel like that makes you really think much. Those past couple of stories, because to me that's all a no-brainer answer. You know, in the first comment I do see on those, I haven't read those, but the first comment I'd seen on each of those was saying NA, 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 meaning not the asshole.
Right? Yeah.
Pretty obvious. And some of these questions are kind of stories are kind of interesting because it's like they're reaching out for opinion essentially, and I don't know, like
Well,
seems
maybe
obvious to me, you know.
They
Like,
got ripped by their wife over.
gross crap.
Yeah, or they got ripped by their friend.
Oh, let's be weird. That's insane.
Or ripped by somebody.
Now I'm just kind of scrolling, and it says, "What flavor of autism is this?" And it's an interesting.
I love that phrase.
Right?
Yeah,
it's
this
not-
guy has like a little flute, and then I don't even know how to explain it. He has a little flute, and he's on like a hoverboard type thing, and he has like these little clamps to pick up trash around a park thing, and he's making a whole spectacle out of it, and using a blade of some kind to like cut some of it and pick it up and stuff. But he's also got that little flute in his belt, right? And he'll pull that out as he's going, and just doodle 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 doodle, and then stops to pick up trash and so forth and so on.
No.
It's wild. I find that pretty interesting.
I did
Oh,
this to myself.
another subreddit that's kind of closely.
I'm
related,
sorry,
I
I'm-
think, would be that
was
I
my
have on here.
fault.
It says, "Am I overreacting?" Right?
Yes. What?
Yeah, most of these are very cringe.
Smack.
So, hurry for cringe. Alright,
Okay.
I'll look at this one briefly. So, this one's an update one. I'm actually gonna find like an OG post.
Oh, I found you.
Okay.
Hi.
I'm just gonna read it. It may be interesting or it may not be interesting at all.
Legendary gear.
This one's gonna be fairly short. It's, am I overreacting for sending this message to a coworker that relieves me 1 to 2 hours late every night?
Oh.
So it starts out like this. Sends over, do you work tonight? And then it says, hey, I'm coming. You good if you want to go? So it was OP that's saying, do you work tonight? Okay.
Okay.
And then OP goes to type out in the message thing after the coworker says, hey, I'm coming. You good if you want to go? And this is what OP says. I just feel like it's no reason I should be sitting here after an hour unknowingly and you don't know what I gotta do. It's inconsiderate. It's fixing to be 1 a.m. and I get off at 12. I have to work a double in the morning. You did this a lot, and I'm kindly asking what you do better with that. That you would do better with that. Like, I mean this with no disrespect at all, but if you didn't get relieved till 9 a.m., knowing you get off at 8 a.m., you'd be annoyed. You don't even begin to apologize, and what do you mean leave until you get here? It's 2 mentally disabled adults in there. You fixing to get fired this week?